So recording options, right? In recording options, we have the recording, script and protocol, and rules, advanced and mapping filters will be there. So each and every option very important for us. When we are recording is a web HTTP HTML, we have the two modes will be there, HTML based and URL based. So when we are moved to the HTML based, when we are moved to the URL based means, so when we record the user actions, so at that time we can move to the HTML base. Sometimes some application will be there. That application keep on changing. Means some drop down will be there. For example, if we are booking the flight booking, right? So for this flight booking application, so I think I copied different. See, this is a flight booking application, right? For this application is a Jojo and the 1 minute. I will call. I'm clicking this one, right? And Denver and Franken are there. Right now, you will be there some values up to 10 or 20. Okay. Maybe this application, what will happen means every time is maybe in tomorrow it will be there 10. Maybe tomorrow after 3 hours, 4 hours, it will be 15, 15 states will be coming. And here also it is different means it is application is every time is changing. So at that time application keep on changing. At that time we don't record in HTML mode, we can record as a where URL mode. We can select URL mode and go to the URL mode. We can check for the web custom request. When we record the URL mode, it will generate at the web submit data web submit form along with the web custom request also it is generated. Okay. So in HTML advanced means using the advanced technique, you can record the web submit form or web submit data, and usually we can web submit data along with the record with the script. So when we record in HTML based, so we can using for these two options. Which one? A script to contain explicitly URLs only web submit data. At that time, it will generate a web submit data and record within the current script steps. Means when we record the script, we want only our current script only. No need to further generate for the concurrent group and do not record, right? So that is why we are selecting as a non-HTML generated element is a, this is to the when we record HTML mode, these things we need to check. Okay. Everyone clear? What is the advantage of HTML based means easy to understand the script and easy to maintain the script and very less number of lines of code will be generated and generate the script HTML and non-HTML resources. And the script never fails from non-HTML resources. If you anyone of non-HTML resource is not the script available, it will be throw on warning like resource unavailable, HTTP status code, some 403. So that is for the HTML mode. Okay, HTML URL, this is the option. Then after that we need to see for the script. Everyone able to see here language will be, it is showing C. We are doing for anything enhancements means we can use for the C technique in our application. That will be based on our requirement. If you not, we no need to use for the any technique also. And going to the protocol, you are select as a web HTTP HTML, it will show as a web HTTP HTML protocol. And going to the code generation is the correlation scan will be there, and synchronization scan will be there. Okay, in the configurations, these are will be rule scan and automatically correlate values, and replay scan, and it will be some API used for the some correlation functions, WebRex, APRM EX, and WebRex, APRM EXP. So is everything options will be no. Okay, in configuration, what are things there? API used for correlation. What are the options will be there in the requests? What are the options it is showing?
WebRig,
WebRex, APRM EX, and WebRex, APRM Reg EXP. Okay. We'll see the one by one later for this configuration and rules also. We can create for rules means just you can click on new application, create new rule, and we need to import also there, export also there. We can see that later. And going to the in advance, these settings are important. You want to generate text verification point means we need to use for the check for the generate web breakpoint function. Okay. No need to add these things, cookies and socket level data means you need to uncheck this one. And going to the here headers, no need for headers, just you need select for the always do not record headers.
For every HTML or any URL?
Anywhere.
Only for HTML. Okay.
If you are recording any HTML or URL, whatever may. And going to the, this is for the important for before recording also, you can check this setting, mapping and filtering. In the mapping and filtering, we have the three options will be there. Everyone able to see? Anyone read?
Yeah. Socket level data, WinNet level data, socket level and WinNet level data.
Yes. So socket level data, nothing but for all web-based applications, we can use for the socket level data. Web-based application means what is that? For example, we are doing a flight booking, or we are maybe banking application, insurance application, healthcare domain. So those all will be web-based applications only. At that time, we can use for the socket level option. But some Citrix application will be there. Okay, and SAP GUI application will be there. Means some desktop-based application. At that time, we can record using for the V9 level.
Okay.
Okay. You understand, right? Difference. What is socket level is inter question for every time. So what is socket level? What is VNet level? Every time I'm facing this issue. So and one more time we can use for the both also. Sometimes we are using for the socket level data, but what happens is unable to recording the script fully. So we can try with this also, socket level and VNet level. Okay. Apart from this, here options will be there. Some socket level options. Yeah, here will be some different will be there. TLS 1.0, SSL 2.3, and TLS 1.2, TLS 1.3. So these are also important. Maybe client they are using as a TLS 1.0 for that application. You need to definitely can use for this one, TLS 1.0, and you need to update here and click on. Maybe they are using for the TLS 1.2. You can check this one, click on update means it will update. So depends on the client thing, we need record. Sometimes what happens means for interview question and assume I face for this issue for real time. One application will be there, so I am unable to recording the script. I tried I changed for the socket level to VNet level, and I tried both also. But at that time also unable to recording the script. So what happened means client they are using for the TLS 1.3, but I put for the TLS 1.0 here, but I'm trying but unable to recording. So finally I approached for the team, and actually I am unable to recording the script. I tried with many ways, like I changed for the mapping and filtering in socket level, VNet level, and I tried both. And as same to the change for the browser settings also, but unable to recording means I will ask them, then they will give an answer which socket level option you are using. Yeah, actually, I used it for the TLS 1.0. So they advised it as a no, actually for we are using for our application TLS 1.2. So you can use that one, then you can able to record the script. Then I tried with the TLS 1.0, then I recorded successfully. If anyone asks in the scripting challenges, you can tell this like this also. Okay. Fine, right? And going to the chain and code generation, these things will be, nothing will be there. So major thing important is will be recording. In the recording options, what are the recording options we have? HTML level, how many modes we have? HTML and URL. In the HTML, what are things will be there? Web submit data, web submit form, and record within the script, and URL based. When we are moved to the HTML based to URL modes, when we switch to HTML to URL. So for my application, it's a keep on changing for every time. It's a dynamic pages will be there. So at that time, I can move to for the HTML to URL mode. Compared to HTML mode, URL mode, which mode is good for scripting? Anyone ask question? So it is obviously it is going for the HTML based is a good, because of easy to maintain the script, less number of code will be generated and less number of dynamic values generated. But when we record in URL mode, it is a huge number of lines of code will be generated, and use lines of code generated, use number of dynamic values generated. And apart from this, maintain the script is not easy. Okay. So based on that, if it is we are recording means not only user actions, along with the server side resource also recorded when we are switch the URL mode. So we don't have any dynamic pages, no need to go to the URL mode. We definitely go to the HTML mode. We can record that one because that is the easy point of view. Okay.
Okay.
So first thing will be important, that one. After that, you need to check for this generate think time greater than threshold is will be there, and maximum number of lines of action file, and track process created CML level. This is the basic things. Just need for this to every time check. And code generation, nothing will be there. So in advance, these are the important points for we need check. And after that, mapping and filter is one of the important. Main thing, anyone ask what are the recording options? So you can tell as a recording options. We have the recording one as the option. In that recording, we have the two modes. When we record in web HTTP HTML mode, URL mode and HTML mode, what are the functions will be generated? So when we are switched to the HTML mode to URL mode, so these questions will be everyone is asked for. Once just we can tell as a recording options, they will ask for the when we are switched to HTML mode, URL mode. What is difference between HTML mode, URL mode? So which mode is do for the very easy to do script to maintain the script? They will ask this type of questions. So you need to tell the answers, every question's answer. Then after that, scripting is common, and going to the advanced, these things will be important. In advanced, what are things will be there means generate web breakpoint functions or web add cookies, or we need to headers will be there, non-resource will be there. So these options everyone will be noted every time. If I ask for tomorrow class or any time I will ask means you guys tell for these options. In mapping and filtering, what are the options will be there? Mapping and filtering, socket level, net level. And once we can go to the options, so what are the socket options will be there? TLS 1.0, SSL 2.3, and 3.x, 2.x, 1.3. So everything you need to answer. Okay. Each and every one will point is a interview questions. Once we can, they will ask as a recording options. You can tell one just in mapping filter, we have the socket level in net level. And after that, he will ask what is socket level option, what are there. So each and every one will be interview questions for the every time. Everyone understand, right?
Yes.
So
socket level we use for HTML based recording script, and the Windows based applications we use. That's it, no? Difference?
Windows, sorry.
Your question is not clear. Level socket data.
Yeah, socket level is a web-based application we can use. Winnet level means all desktop-based applications.
Desktop-based. Okay.
Okay, it's clear.
Examples.
Yeah.
What examples am I?
Example, nothing but web-based application means all web-based application, Facebook or Twitter or so any website-based applications, all web-based application we can use for that one. But in VNet level means particular some SAP GUI application there. SAP GUI means no need to for that is not in web application. That will be GUI application means a desktop-based application. Using for that one, we need to record that one. Otherwise, some Citrix application will be there. So
Like
I think
supermarket,
anyone
we
can
have
Citrix, right? So they know Citrix. Like we need to log in that one. We need to go to the particular environment. We need to log in, right? Citrix application.
like whenever we have an organization level, within the organization level
Yes,
application is
yes.
called
Within the
desktop
organization
application.
level, we are using Citrix application, right?
When we go to supermarket, there is a separate software for them. That is a
Yes,
desktop
yeah,
application.
those will be in so for their point of only those will be
Related.
not web-based applications.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
got it right. So
Yeah.
I think each and everything will be there in our material. Each and everyone go through the material and read it for each and every options will be there. Recording, what is the recording,
Okay.
what is the HTML mode, what is URL, what is difference, what is advantage, what is disadvantage, and when we are switched to HTML mode, URL mode. Okay, everything will be there. So you need to check all the things. And apart from this advanced settings and what is socket level, what is the VNet level, everything will be there. So go through and read it. And tomorrow I will ask for the interview question for this recording options.
Sure.
Okay, it's clear.
Sure.
Anyone have any doubts?
Sir, dynamic changes means
Where?
that is HTTP and URL is for recording.
Yeah, dynamic values, right? Next step will be next will be that is only correlation. One of the announcements that is a correlation, nothing but what are the values is generating in the script dynamic values. Those values we need to do correlation. So tomorrow class will be that one.
Correlation.
Okay, that is a very important concept, and our this as of now that is everything will be simple scripts, simple done, but this is our job. Very important thing will be correlation. That is a very important. So for because of the code will be then 30,000 codes. In 30,000 codes we have the more 100 to 200 dynamic values also will be there. So each and every dynamic value we need to do for correlation. So that is our major job. Okay. So fine, everyone.
Yes, Sriram. Sriram, once tell me the runtime settings you have, right?
Yeah.
Runtime settings this side.
Yes.
For whenever we are running the workflow, we need to set the runtime settings.
Yes, runtime settings also
For each
important.
and for
each and every one, I will
setting.
explain one by one also, because when we are execution time is important for us. In for only scripting point of view, we use for these things run logic. So run logic nothing but it indicates the number of iterations. Okay, and logs when we can go with the standard logs, extend logs. Okay. So these are the
always we choose these options or else we go for other options also.
We'll go the other options also. We need think time, we need pacing, and we need miscellaneous. And so if it is a error outcome, you can click on continue error, means script will be continue.
With error.
Yeah, with error. So you want to fail open transaction or LR error message means you can keep this one. If you want to generate as a snapshot error, you can click on this. So each and every one important. So when we are going to run user thread, run user process, and everything, these are also very important. So major thing scripting point of view, these are important for each and every point. What is the recording options? What is the runtime settings?
Okay.
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 I think everyone good means we can good to
yesterday's pet store we didn't get that one. I was unable to generate the script. What is the reason behind that?
Anyone done?
No, sir.
Everyone facing that only?
Yeah. I tried twice.
Okay,
was-
so that is means maybe some socket level option you need to change it and you need to try.
Socket level option.
Yeah.
Win level.
Yeah, no. Socket level option, we have the options will be there, right? In TLS 1.0,
Second level.
TLS 1.0 and 1.2. So you can change different and you can try.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll check
Sir,
once
in
again.
Yes,
ఫ్లైట్
Sadish.
బుక్ ఫ్లైట్ బుకింగ్ లో సైన్ అప్ లాగా అందులో ఏం చూపించట్లేదు సార్ రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వడానికి.
Okay, I will give another URL. Maybe that is not work. I will give for another URL for same
Okay.
historian. Okay. I will
Okay,
share and each and everyone tomorrow will be interview section up to now. What are we discussed as of now? Like what is perform testing and how many tools in our and apart from this components and load runner architecture and PT lifecycle and parameterization properties types and yesterday discussion text verification point, image verification point, today recording option. Up to now, tomorrow interview section. Interview section will be not in class. I will set up in sometime for after afternoon or morning section after the class completed. Okay.
Okay.
But please prepare well.